Activate a device. A user's device must be activated so that BES 12 can apply IT policies and profiles to control device features and data security, so that you can manage the device, and so that the user can access work data. This video will show you how to configure BES 12 so that a user can activate a BlackBerry 10, iOS, Android, or Windows Phone device. Before you begin, note the following requirements. Using BES 12, you can create local users or directory users. You create local users by manually typing the user's information. You create directory users by adding the user from your company directory, for example from Microsoft Active Directory or LDAP. If you want to create directory users, you must connect BES 12 to the company directory. To support iOS devices, you must get an APNS certificate from Apple and register it with BES 12. This video will show you how to create an email profile that allows devices to connect to the mail server. To automatically apply an email profile to Android devices, use any of the following options. Enable Secure Workspace or Android for Work on devices. Use Samsung devices running Android 4.4.2 or later, including Knox Workspace devices. Install the Touchdown app on Android devices. Use Motorola devices. If you do not use one of these options, BES 12 still sends the email profile to Android devices, but the user must manually configure the connection to the mail server.
The first step is to create an email profile. An email profile allows devices to connect to the mail server and synchronize email and organizer data. On the menu bar, click Policies and Profiles. Click the Add icon beside Email. Type a name and description for the profile. In the Domain Name field, type the domain name of the mail server. If the profile is for multiple users in different Microsoft Active Directory domains, use the user domain variable. In the email address field, type user email address. In the host name or IP address field, type the host name or IP address of the mail server. In the username field, type username. Click the tab for each device type and configure the appropriate values. Click Add. The next step is to change the default activation profile. An activation profile determines the number and types of devices a user can activate and the activation type that devices will use. The activation type determines whether a device has a personal space, a workspace, or both, and the amount of control that administrators have over these spaces. You can change the default activation profile to suit your organization's needs. On the menu bar, click Policies and Profiles. In the left pane, click Activation Default. Click the Edit icon. Change the activation profile as necessary. Click Save. The next step is to create a user account for a device user. Every device user needs a user account on BES 12. On the menu bar, click Users and Devices. Click Add User. In this example, we will create a directory user. On the Company Directory tab, search for and select a user. Select the groups that you want to add the user account to. Click the right arrow icon. Select Auto-Generate Device Activation Password and send email with activation instructions. Click Save. The last step is to assign the email profile to the user. You assign the email profile to the user so that the device can connect to the mail server. On the menu bar, click Users and Devices. Search for and select the user. On the User Summary tab, in the IT Policies and Profiles section, click the Add icon. Click Email. In the drop-down list, click the email profile you created. Click Assign. By default, BES12 sends the user an email with activation information and a second email with an activation password. The user can follow the instructions in the emails to activate their device. This completes the task of configuring BES12 so that a user can activate a device.